Hey guys, so before I get into the meat and bones of this review, I just wanted to take a moment to stop and admire the realization that Moonlight, a film centered around a African-American gay man, is in contention for the Best Picture at the Oscars this year. That alone is an astonishing accomplishment. It's great to see a film about minorities getting the mainstream attention and credit that it deserves. Oh yes, we are making progress. Moonlight is written and directed by Barry Jenkins and is based off the story by Terrell Alvin McCraney. It tells the story of Chiron, a young African-American gay boy growing up in the modern-day inner-city slums of Miami. And this film is essentially a character study of Chiron, and the film is split into 3 different chapters. The first chapter follows Chiron when he's a young boy and he's known as Little. The second chapter follows him during his teenage years when he's basically known as just Chiron. And then the third chapter follows him as a fully grown man when he's known as Black, which is a nickname given to him by his childhood friend Kevin. And the 3 portrayals of Chiron, played by Alex R. Hibbert, Ashton Sanders, and Trevante Rhodes, are all magnificent. You can really feel his pain and his confusion in each chapter, and all 3 performances work beautifully together as a collective whole. This film also boasts a very strong supporting cast. Mahershala Ali plays Juan, an unorthodox father figure slash mentor to Chiron. And he's a really interesting character because he is a drug dealer, but he's also the character with the most noticeable moral compass. Ali is magnificent here, bringing so many dimensions to what could have been just a generic stock character. Ali's performance really touched me, and I hope he takes home the Best Supporting Actor at the Oscars this year. Naomi Harris also gives a harrowing performance as the drug-addicted and abusive mother of Chiron, and also Janelle Monáe has a small part in this film, but even though she has a small role, she certainly leaves an impression. One of the elements of this film that absolutely stood out to me was the music by Nicholas Britell. He delivers this provocative and subdued score which provides the film with this really symbolic tone of melancholy, and it really couples well with the hardships that Chiron faces. I also loved how this film was arranged technically. The composition of the neon lighting was used to very good effect. It provides just the right amount of glaring imagery so it blurs the lines between art and reality. And there's so much gorgeous subtextual and symbolic imagery peppered throughout this film, such as the scene where Juan teaches Chiron how to swim, and this scene acts as a symbolic baptism as well as the father-son imagery. And there's also a scene in the first chapter where we see little Chiron and his childhood friend Kevin playfully wrestling with each other, and the whole scene feels like it's oddly suggestive foreshadowing of what's to come. Each shot just feels so genuinely intimate. It's almost like Jenkins is inviting you into Chiron's own world and feeling his most inner desires and feelings. I don't have too many negatives to say about this film, but one thing that did stick out to me was something that happens in the second act. When we see Chiron as a teenager in high school, he's being severely bullied, even like in front of his teachers during classes, and it's obvious that he is a very quiet, shy, introvert sort of person. Anyway, one day he's pushed to the absolute edge by his bullies, and it just causes him to snap, and there's an incident which causes him to be sent immediately off to a juvie center. And for me, that was a bit of a stretch that someone so clearly passive and shy would just be immediately carted off to a juvenile correctional facility. You'd think he'd get a warning or a suspension for something like that, but the one time he stands up to a bully and it causes him to be sent off to juvie, I don't know if I really bought that. And the only other negative that I have is that Janelle Monáe's character, like I said, she does leave a lasting impression, and I was just a little bit upset that I didn't get to see where her character ended up, but those are the type of flaws in a movie like this that I can forgive because they don't detract from the overall experience of watching a film like this. It's so brave and daring and ambitious in what it's approaching and what it's trying to tell. Guys, to conclude, Moonlight is a powerfully dignified film that explores an untapped thematic narrative in mainstream cinema: Black identity, sexuality, and masculinity. And it's all executed with such a quiet sincerity that just touches the heart and the soul. This film absolutely floored me. It's completely worthy of all the nominations that it's earned with the Academy, and it could even be a dark horse to win Best Picture at the Oscars. I'm begging you, Hollywood, please invest more money in films like this. We need more films like this. It gives the minorities a voice, and that voice needs to be heard. So yeah, guys, I have to say, Moonlight for me is an absolute 10 out of 10. And also, it is definitely a movie you need to see before you die. I don't really get to say that very often with movies, but it really is like the highest award I can give a film. Add it to your must-watch list, okay? If you guys want to ask me any questions about award season, you can catch me here on Twitter. For more things related to movies, TV, and popcorn culture, I'm Luke Hearfield. I'll see you next time.